welcome back to another episode of the Making Mommy Move Show. You guys know that I'm on a mission to help other moms and mompreneurs make moves in their life by achieving their goals. And I want you to be able to take what you do and really take action, because I know that so many of us really struggle with the actual moving the needle, or we feel like we're doing a lot of busy work and it's just not in line with the vision. So I wanted to take this and create like a sort of mini series within the show dedicated to goal setting. And I want this to be able to take it and run with, so that we're planning and we're working toward achieving our goals, so that we're prepared for the new year come January, but also so that we're hopefully a little bit closer to having achieved those goals come January. So today I want to share a really powerful tool with you, and Larry and I are doing it too. We're doing it alongside of you, and we want to be able to make sure that we're all in alignment with the vision. So I encourage you to do this individually, but also like with your spouse or your business partner or whoever that you're on this journey of life with, so that you guys can discuss this in greater detail. And if you guys are working toward a common goal, you know that you're on the same vision, that you got the same idea in mind, and this is what you're working toward. So I want you to go to the dollar store today, if you don't already have one, and I want you to buy a cheap composition notebook, just like this. And I want you to take it, and we're gonna do some exercises together so that we are really in alignment with the vision, and we're going to be as specific as possible. So we're going to write out this vision in great detail. I encourage you to come back and re-listen to this episode or rewatch it so that you are able to do the exercise with me. But for now, hear me out. We're going to get on board with the vision, and we're going to revisit it daily, multiple times per day even, because when we really begin to work toward accomplishing our goals, it's important that we revisit this every single day. So what this looks like is, like, first thing in the morning, we're going to look up and we're going to reread our goals. We're going to get on track with the vision for the day, because this puts us in a positive headspace to be able to move forward throughout the day and know that this is what we're working toward. This is the why. This is why we're working our asses off. This is what we're doing for our life and for our future. So by doing this first thing in the morning, it puts us in the right headspace. Then, throughout the day, as we need to pick me up, you're going to revisit the vision, revisit the goals, and again before bed, because this puts it in our subconscious mind so that we're able to come up with solutions for anything that we're experiencing that we really need to work on. The subconscious mind will create the solution for us. So this is really powerful, and I'm excited to share it with you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on the financial area of our life. We're going to write down exactly what you want your annual income to be. We want to write down what your cash flow looks like. We want to write down exactly how much money's in your savings or your investment accounts. We're going to write down your total net worth, everything. Be as specific as possible, the ways that the money's coming in, everything, so that you are manifesting this to come true. Next, I want you to visualize exactly what your dream home looks like. Where is it located? How many bedrooms does it have? How many bathrooms? What does it look like? Do you have a garage? What is the scenery outside? Everything. Is there artwork hanging in the walls? Is there furniture? Like, what kind of furniture does it look like? What does your dream kitchen look like? Everything. Identify it exactly, because this is how you're going to manifest it. And trust me, I know this sounds like a little woo-woo, but it works, because once you have this vision in your head, this is what you know you're working toward. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get the house. You're just going to visualize exactly what it looks like, and your brain will fill in the gaps to get you there. Next, you're going to do the same thing, but visualize the car that you're driving, the car that your spouse is driving, the car that your kids are driving, all of it. Anything else that goes along with the finances. If you want to work on a certain computer, have a beautiful office, identify everything. Next, I want you to visualize in your mind exactly what kind of career or job or business that you're creating. Where are you working? Where's your office? What are you doing? Who are you working with? What kind of clients or customers are you serving? What is the compensation like? Is it your own business? Be as specific as possible. For me, I'm going to walk you through what I wrote down in a minute, but for me, it looks like, you know, the different types of businesses that we have and the way that they're running, and as specific as I can be for what I want them to become. Next, we're going to focus on what we do in our free time, for our recreational time, for our fun time, whether that's as a family, individually, with our friends, so that you can create this for yourself. What good is it to be working all the time if we don't have any fun in our life as well? So this is where we're going to create this and visualize it so that we are creating it in our future. So some of the questions I want you to ask are, what are you doing with your friends and family? What are you doing in your free time? What kind of hobbies do you have? What are you taking vacations? Like, where are you going? What do they look like? What are you doing for fun? So that we are able to fill this cup in our life. Then I want you to visualize exactly what you look like as a healthy person. What does your body look like? What is the physical health like? Do you have diseases? Are you free of disease? Are you full of energy and vitality? Are you flexible? Are you strong? What kind of weights can you lift if you want to lift weights? What kind of moves in CrossFit or dance or whatever you want accomplished? What is your body like? Because this is going to manifest exactly what you want to be. And it also puts back in your head exactly what the vision is, so that when you're getting up every morning to go to the gym, or you're going for your walk, or you're eating the right foods, you're putting it in your head so that you are in alignment with the vision. Every day waking up and doing the hard things is really difficult, and that's why we want to have this vision written out immediately in the first page of your book, because this is what we're going to be working on every single day, every single week, together as we work toward accomplishing our goals, moving the needle, and truly creating success in our life and our marriage and our family and our business. So from there, once you have that written down, I want you to move on to visualizing your relationships with your family, with yourself, with your friends, everyone. So this is where we write down exactly what it looks like, what families are involved in your life, who are your friends, what kind of status are they, what kind of relationship, what's the quality of the relationship, how do they feel? Are they supportive? Are they loving? Are they empowering? These kinds of things, we're going to be as specific as possible with like what we do together, how we spend our time, and how we're really building each other up. We want to know exactly how these relationships come together so that we are working toward creating those relationships in our life. From there, we're going to outline exactly what the personal arena of my life looks like. So this will be like, are we going to school? Are we taking classes? Are we doing workshops or trainings? Are we seeking therapy or growing spiritually? So if you want to grow closer to God, or if you want to like take a yoga class, like whatever it looks like, if you want to go for a specific training or go on retreats with your church, exactly what do you look like in your personal area of life? Do you want to run a marathon? Do you want to take an art class? Do you want to write a book? All of these things are related to this. And then finally, the last thing I want you to focus on is exactly what your community you live in looks like. So is it operating perfectly? What kind of activities are you doing? What type of activities take place there? What is the charitable work like? What do you do to help others and make a difference? Did you create a charitable organization? Do you contribute to one? This is where we're going to really focus on giving and philanthropy so that we're able to expand and receive more. As you know, those that give, receive, and this is really what the whole part of life is all about. We want to be able to give and help as many people as possible. So writing down exactly who we want to help and how we're going to help within the community, we're able to really visualize and make it happen. Like, this is the whole purpose of the exercise, is to be able to make moves so that we're able to make the things happen in our lives that we really want to create. Like, no more just talking about it, no more saying like, this is something that I really want to do. We want to take action. And this is what this exercise is going to help us do. So once you write down all of your answers, I want you to review them. And I want you to do this with your spouse or your accountability partner or your business partner so that you guys keep each other on track and working toward your goals. And sharing them also just puts it in the universe so that it is a commitment. Then we're going to review them every day. And I really mean it, like every day, first thing in the morning, before bed, at a minimum. And this will help our conscious and subconscious minds to continue working on our goals so that we're able to apply them in the future. So I just wanted to run down mine real quick, just to give you the added accountability for myself, but also the inspiration for you, so that you have an idea of how big you can go, and seriously, like, to the moon. All right. So it was fun. Larry and I did this with each other this morning. We both had our composition notebooks, and we wrote it all out, and then we reviewed them together, and they're pretty much identical, which is exactly what we want, really, because we're two members of the same team working toward the same goal. So we really want to make sure that we're both in alignment with our vision. So just as a brief overview, financially, we want to have assets that generate income passively. We want to have our businesses running for themselves. We want to have online courses and online programs that generate income passively through evergreen streams. We want to have rental properties and people to manage the properties. We want our businesses, and I was specific with our businesses, with the way that they run and how much money they generate and the types of people that we're helping. I put in here exactly what I want our net worth to be, what I want As far as investments and the types of investments that we're doing, I was specific with the home that we live in, and I'm going to share this with you. So Larry and I actually were identical with the way that we wrote this out. And it looks like we live in a home in the mountains. It's a 4,000 square foot home with a spacious ranch, detached garage, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, an apartment or an ensuite for my dad. We've got a nice office space. Larry's got a detached garage studio, like pole barn. We've got an on-site art design studio for my flower arranging or for the kids and I to do crafts together. We've got a lake view. It's natural lit and well manicured. We've got beautiful property and landscaping. We've got a neat and tidy lived-in space. Family photos hang on the walls. We've got hot tub and a spa-like pool and a nice patio for entertaining. We've got beautiful cars. I put that I drive an Escalade because why not? Like, we could have whatever we want. I wrote about the career that I envision and speaking and writing my books and all of these things. I wrote about helping other mompreneurs like you to create the life that you want through my online one-on-one coaching and through my books and different programs that we create. I wrote about my free time, the things that I want to do, like in the future. Something that I love that I don't think I've ever talked about on here, but is ballroom dancing. And I want to really be able to focus on that and get good at it. And that's something that I outlined in here. I wrote about the vacations we want to take as a family and the things that I want to do with my kids, the relationships I have with my kids, what I envision my body to look like and just feel like, and everything. And for self-development, I put that I enrolled myself in a mastermind every year to empower myself to go to different levels and that I always hire a coach. So these are just some of the things that I envision for my life, and I think that it's really important that you do the same so that you can stay on track with your vision and really work toward accomplishing your goals. Because at the end of the day, one, if it's not written down, you're never going to do it because it's going to go in one ear and out the other and you're not going to remember it. And two, like rereading it really puts it back in your head so that you're able to stay on target with the vision and know that this is what you're working toward, because it's so easy to get distracted, especially with social media these days. If you're like me, you come up with a million ideas, you need to know which ones are on track with the end goal, because otherwise you're just going to sabotage yourself or distract yourself, and it's going to take you longer to get there. So I really encourage you to do this exercise with me, and I'm going to share part 2 of the exercise next Monday. As you know, we've kind of adjusted our dates. We're moving to 1 to 2 days a week for the podcast episodes. I'm shooting for 2 days, but it's more likely 1 day, and the days are going to be Mondays and Fridays. I'm in the works of getting some guests on the show, so I'm so excited to share them with you. Our first guest is going to be on Friday the 4th. If you haven't already listened to that episode, please go ahead and go take a listen because she's awesome, and I'm so excited to share her with you. And I think that's what we got going on in the works. As you know, I've been working on my first book, and it's almost halfway there. So I encourage you to really do this exercise with me, stay on track with your goals and your vision so that you can make moves toward accomplishing everything that you want in this life. Thanks for tuning into this episode, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.